Hello everyone, Blazer here again, bringing you another video that I hope that you find rather interesting. And please, before you click out, because I know perhaps chances are that you are a hero player, you're looking throughout Decklist because you want a version that helps you compete in the current format, and you will be looking at this and saying like, what the hell is this? Get this like garbage non-competitive uh, build out of my face, right? But I think you wouldn't be any further from the truth. In fact, I think that if you give this deck list a try, this might be your preferred way of playing heroes in a competitive environment. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys that if you like the content that you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But you're not doing any of that at the absolute least, leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback. So, um, just to the topic at hand, the what I'm about to showcase you in this video is my current deck list for the upcoming month, which is going to be July 2024. This is how I intend to play the deck. And if you have seen my videos or my combo tutorials and such, a lot of the things that I'm going to explain you already know. You already know what I'm going to say, but this is a video more aimed to the people that may be new, and who knows, maybe you will learn something new along the way that you either forgot or like I didn't explain it on previous videos. So um, just to reiterate on the card count, the first thing that I would be saying to you from as a hero player to another hero player is that do not be afraid of playing over 40 cards. This deck is more than capable of playing more than 40 cards. Even like one of the things that I always talk about to other players, not necessarily hero players, is that I feel like heroes is a very privileged archetype because they get to have so many consistency cards that a lot of other deck types will kill to have, right? So, what is the idea behind the 50 card count? The thing is that, I mean, if you have like truly analyzed your deck list, especially if you play like let's say a standard hero deck list, is that maybe you haven't noticed is that the amount of engine requirements that you play in your deck, it's higher. It's higher than the max amount of copies of Fusion Destiny and Hero Lips that you can play. Because one of the things that people always say whenever they play this deck is like, oh my god, I have to play like 40 cards because I just have to see the bomb cards, right? You have to either see like the Fusion Destiny or like the Hero Lips in order to like be able to play and do the combo, right? Or the absolute least, they have to either open like any combination of Stratos, Fairies, and or Malicious, and that's the only way they're going to perform like let's say the combo that achieves the winning board. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, there are multiple ways to end on those kind of boards, even if you don't open any of those cards, and I really mean it. There will be a showcase of a combo here where I'm not going to open either Hero Lips, Fusion Destiny, Stratos, Fairies, nor Malicious, and we're going to end on one of the best possible boards that you can build with this deck. So let's stay tuned. So let's just make this quick, right? Just to showcase what I'm talking about is that the amount of engine requirements that you play, it's higher than the max amount that of copies of Hero Lips and Fusion Destiny that you can play. Because let's say Neos is one engine requirement, right? Increase is two, but let's be honest, you have to play two of this card because I mean, I'll show you why on some of the videos, some of the combos that I'm about to show you. But the thing is that if you happen to open one of these cards in your opening hand and you only play one, the whole strategy falls apart, and you don't want that. So you're forced to play two, so you don't end up breaking per se. Because also one of the things that I want to make like just a small topic about is that the chances of you opening increase if you play, let's say, a 40 card count and you only play one, it's about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 16%. Yes, you have a 16% of opening the brick, let's say, and you're gonna be like, you're not gonna play that game because you open the card that you never want to see on your opening hand. So let's say running a roughly like one or two every 10 games, you're gonna lose to yourself. But if you were to play two increase, you reduce that percentage of like opening, let's say, the two increase to like 1%, one and a little bit of change percent. And that makes a huge difference. Instead of breaking one every one or two games out of 10, you're gonna be breaking one out of 100, and that's a big difference, right? So we're at 3 card counter here, right? Plasma is another engine requirement 4. Favorite contact is another engine requirement 5. Miracle Fusion 6. I mean, right now we're tied with like the max amount of copies of Hero Lips and Fusion Destiny. So I mean, if you think about it, you have the same chance at this point of drawing into Fusion Destiny as you are of opening one of your engine requirements. And this is one of the things that I always want to tell about, that I want to like make hero players think about, is that what is really the point of one card combos like this if like one of the cards that you draw into is also going to be useless, right? What is the point of the one card combo if you is like you're opening 4 cards? You know what I mean? You don't have, not all of your cards are going to be playable. And if you happen to get disrupted by, let's say, an Ash Blossom, like, well, good luck playing that game, right? So yeah, like the idea of this is like you want to build the most amount of consistency in your deck so you can reduce the chance of opening your engine requirements and still open strong. And even one of the benefits that this decklist has is that you can play more non-engine, so you can have an easier time dealing with your opponent's board. Also, one of the cards that you're gonna be seeing that is usually not standard or not that common on this kind of deck list is going to be one Elemental Hero Blazeman and EN Shuffle. But before maybe getting into that, I'm going to explain you what I like to call the polymerization combo line, because this is a way you can end on the same board that you always want to end, and you don't have to open, let's say, the cards that I already mentioned that will grant you that board. So before jumping into that, and so the video doesn't become too long, I just want to make let's say an update for the people that have seen my videos before, so I can explain you what changed from the previous list to now. And the quick update is that I'm starting to play a little bit more non-engine. I start to play Book of Eclipse because if you have seen my previous videos, I was like having trouble because I wanted ways to like protect the Elemental Hero Blazeman by resolving its effect, and still have like a card that is good going either first or second, and it also blends well with the strategy of like breaking boards and playing through the boards to OTK your opponent. And I feel like Book of Eclipse, after some testing, it's really good in this deck. I really liked it, and because I really liked it, I just had to find a way to play it at 3 copies. And what did I take out for to make room for this, right? What I what I ended up taking out was one mass change, because I like one of the things that you're gonna be seeing is that I decided to cut the Mask Hero Goka, so I don't have to over rely on the mass chains now, and I decided to take out a Foolish Burial. The reason why I did that is because Foolish Burial was mainly used as an extender, but I mean, in retrospect, I think it's just better to prevent the play rather than let the, let's say, a disruption happen and then play the card to keep playing. And also, I decide to play now a 51 card count now. And gotta be honest, I don't want to go over 50, but I'm willing to make the sacrifice just so I can play the added non-engine. And also one of the things that and one of the last things that changed in the extra deck, because I cut down the Mask Hero Goka, is that I made room for Vision Hero Trinity, which actually turned out to be a really good change. I don't want to take out this card. This card wins games by itself, because there will be a lot of times where you have to play into boards and you're gonna get severely disrupted, especially if you're playing against Snake Eyes. What you want to do is like just exhaust as many disruptions they may have still available to them, and whenever they get tired, chances are that you don't have a way to like uh, necessarily break the board, or like, or even if you manage to break the board, there's no way you can like kill them and still have like resources for you to survive the next turn, because they just gonna make the board again, right? So what you have to do is just end the game right there, right now, and Trinity just works like a spell for that. It's really good. And also, before just jumping out into the combos, also one of the things that I like to show you here is that what I like about the interface of Dueling Book is this array system, because it just lets me like pile the cards in such a way that just lets me think about like opening hands. Like, let's say like every 5 stack here is an opening hand. It's like and it just helped me understand like how the deck works and what an average hand works like. Because I mean, if you feel like every 5 cards that you end up drawing are really good, is chances are is because they are really good. That's why I like this version, because it has that added consistency that I don't end up drawing into like the engine requirements as much, and still have like very powerful hands and gas and even some non-engine that help me to fly through my opponent's board. So without further ado, I'm gonna explain you the combo line, the polymerization combo line, because this is going to be like the bread and butter of what we're going to be talking about. What you see here is the end board of a particular hand that I'm going to show you. Just to remind you that like this board is, you can achieve this board if you open the what I like to call you're gonna open either like Destiny Hero Malicious, one Polymerization, and an elemental hero that is neither dark nor light. So that means that that elemental hero has to be either earth attribute, wind, fire, or water, right? And we have several cards that meet those conditions. But you will be saying, man, but that's 3 cards. That's too much. Sometimes you're not gonna be opening like that exact combination. But the thing is that because some cards can search into other cards, you don't necessarily have to open those 3 cards in particular. You can cut it into 2 cards, into 2 card combo, just like you can cut into 2 card combo the Stratos plus Fairies, or Fairies plus Malicious, or Malicious plus Stratos. So in this case, the one of the smallest combinations that I'm going to show you is whenever you open Stratos plus Polymerization, because Stratos on normal summon will search for the Destiny Hero Malicious, and you already have the Polymerization, and that is how we're going to start the combo. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to explain every single part of the combo. I would recommend you, if you want to watch it on like a, let's say, a slower speed, I would recommend that. So for this particular start, we're going to start, like I said, Stratos plus Polymerization, and we're going to search into Malicious, and that is the main way to start the combo. You're gonna be summoning Sunrise. Sunrise is gonna search for the Miracle Fusion, and then you're gonna be doing some stuff out of order, but you're gonna end up on the same board that you always wanna end. Granted, on the standard line, you will be ending also on like the Elemental Hero Sunrise, but on this combo you will have to banish it to do some fusions with it, and you're gonna end up with like a Vision Hero Vyon instead. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. I'll explain you why in just a minute. But just one of the things that has in favor of this combo line is that it helps you to guarantee a follow-up for the next turn, because you are not forced to use the mass change necessarily on the Shadow Mist on the end phase if you want to play around the hero, which is how that is how we're doing it right now, right? And if you saw, like, we only opened Stratos plus Polymerization, and we ended up on the same combo. The only important part of this combo line is that for this to be a full combo, you have to play at the absolute least, even in, let's say, in your standard build of 40, 41, 42 cards, is that you have to play at the absolute least 2 Polymerizations, because you're gonna start with the Polymerization, and then further down the combo route, you're gonna be searching another Polymerization with the Vision Hero Vyon. So now that you have seen, let's say, the most basic denominator of like what is a Polymerization combo line, how is that applied to different hands? For example, this is going to be a real hand, and this in this case we actually open the Vision Hero Increase. Another good reason why you should be playing 2, because if you were to play only 1, this would be, we wouldn't be doing any of this. So like I said, this is one of the reasons why Blazeman and Ian Shuffler are really good, because I mean, Blazeman is a normal summon that searches for Polymerization, and also because Blazeman is an elemental hero, it just creates a really good synergy with Ian Shuffle, which is a card that helps you overextend and punish your opponent whenever they disrupt your combo really early into it. Because like you're seeing right now, we didn't open like Fusion Destiny, we didn't open Fusion Destiny, and maybe you're going to be normal summoning the hero, and they will be tempted to like disrupt you on your normal summon because you didn't activate neither of the cards mentioned before. They think that you bricked, so you need that normal summon to resolve in order to win, to do something on your turn. And here we're just using it to fix the hand in a way that we can perform the Polymerization combo line. So by returning the Elemental Hero Blazeman, we can now special summon Stratos, and Stratos is going to to search into the Malicious, and then you have full combo. I know that you will be seeing that we open emergency call, and maybe you wanted, let's say, search into Stratos, and Stratos search for like Ferris, and just do the Ferris plus a hero combo, so you can end up on the, let's say, the standard combo line. But I just wanted to show you that even if like you do not need to do that particular combo route in order to like end on the, let's say, the winning board. And there will be times where doing this combo is more beneficial, especially if you already opened the mass change, because this combo route really helps you facilitate summoning double Doglo if you play double Doglo. So yeah, that is one application. Also, I'm going to be showing the other case in which we already opened the mass change, and it's going to be exactly the same. We're going to do special summoning Stratos. Stratos is going to be searching for Malicious, and in this particular scenario, we are not using the end shuffle. You could use it if you wanted to like return Stratos to summon Blazeman, get the Polymerization in case that you didn't open the Polymerization. But because we already did that, it's not something that you have to do. You can have it as an overextension tool if you needed to do it further down. So like I said, it's going to be exactly the same. This is another way to like do the, let's say, the combo to end up on the winning board per se, that doesn't require you to like specifically open like Ferris. Let's say you don't have to open Ferris or Malicious for like Stratos to search into Ferris, so you can perform like the standard combo line. And also something that will be showcased on the next replay is that you can do different combinations to end up to start on the same way that we started here, but we're not, let's say, we're not going to open Stratos. So yeah, in this particular case, we're gonna be opening, yes, Blazeman plus Malicious, because on the previous combo we opened, let's say, Stratos plus Poly, and because Stratos searches for Malicious, you already have the combo line. But this time we opened Blazeman plus Malicious, and this case you only gonna be searching for the Polymerization, and because Blazeman is an elemental hero that is neither dark nor light, it just helps you perform the combo. And it's going to be exactly the same as before. Exactly the same. The only thing that on this particular hand is going to change is that we already opened the denier. So we'll be forced to like use the other Malicious engrave. Maybe there could have been something that I could have done different, so we don't have to use the third Malicious. But in this case, you haven't used denier's effect, so if you needed to use it further down the line, you haven't used it yet, so you can have that into consideration for a follow-up if you want. But if we haven't opened the Destiny Hero Denier, it would have been exactly the same result as opening Stratos plus Polymerization, because it's the exact same starter condition. So that's that. And here I'm going to show you the combo version of this whenever we don't open neither like Fusion Destiny, Hero Lives, Stratos, Malicious, nor Fairies. Like, we are not going to open, let's say, our best cards. So how do you do that combo, right? On this particular case, just let me tell you that opening Blazeman plus Shadow Mist, let's say it's full combo, but it's not a Dark Lord route of the combo. It's a plasma line because you have to use Shadow Mist very early into the combo. But if you happen to open the mass change, you can end on the one of the best boards this deck can build, and you didn't open like Fusion Destiny, Hero Lives, nor neither of the cards that were mentioned. In fact, on this particular hand, I'm going to return the Stratos just to prove you that you don't need it. So, like I said, if you need to like analyze it on slow motion, I would recommend you to do so. But just to reiterate, this is one of the reasons I like to play the extended version of 50 cards, because I don't draw into the engine requirements as much, and there are multiple ways for you to end on the winning board without opening the, let's say, the best cards in the deck. And like I said, you still happen to open some sort of non-engine if you happen to open if you happen to go second. And here, because we're gonna be special summoning Stratos, so we can search into the plasma. We haven't used the Denier's effect, so we're gonna be using it, and we still have the other Malicious, special summon the plasma, and still have the third Malicious for the mass change. And dude, this is the best board that you can build in Heroes, because you managed to have plasma, DPE, Darklo, and the favorite contact setup, and you didn't open Fusion Destiny, you didn't open Hero Lives, nor Stratos, nor Malicious, nor Ferris. You only open Shadow Mist, which is considered an engine requirement in many of the current standard hero builds, and Elemental Hero Blazeman, which a lot of people just consider it like a worse version of Vision Hero Vyon right now. But like, this is what you can do with that. Also, one of the things that I wanted to showcase in particular is another application that you can have for EN Shuffle, because let's say on this particular hand you didn't open, let's say, anything to like build the board on a regular way, so you're going to be using Fusion Destiny, and whenever you do the Fusion Destiny line, usually you only summon like Plasma plus DPE, but in this particular case, by using the end shuffle, you can overextend and still end with those pieces plus a Dark Low. So how do you do it? You're gonna be doing the regular play, and you know that at some point of the combo you'll be normal summoning Elemental Hero Stratos, and before you tribute Stratos for the special summon of Destiny Hero Plasma, you're gonna be shuffling away with EN Shuffle and special summoning Shadow Mist so you can get the mass change. Which is pretty good, right? I don't think it's a particularly strong hand because we opened kind of awkward, but you ended up like on 3 of the 4 pieces that you always want to end on, and I think this is pretty good. So yeah, and last but not least, I wanted to show you what you can achieve whenever you happen to open, let's say, Vision Hero Vyon plus a Polymerization, and the rest of your cards are just either like non-engine or like engine requirements that happen to be like a spell trap, and they're not helping your case of building the board. So let's get into it. We opened really good on this hand, but I'm going to like fix the hand in such a way that we present that we are forced to play under that particularly not so good scenario. And in order to be able to perform this combo, you have to play Destiny Hero Dangers in your extra deck, which I would recommend so because, like I said, the Polymerization combo line is particularly strong. Whenever you open like Malicious plus an elemental hero that is neither light nor dark, but if you happen to draw in like Malicious plus Shadow Mist, you're gonna be needing the Destiny Hero Dangerous, so you can end on like a full combo, but instead of ending on the Dark Lord, you're gonna be ending on the Plasma instead, because you have to use the Shadow Mist effect very early into the combo. Also, I was talking while showing you the combo. One of the things that I wanted to say is that this particular combo is not necessarily guaranteed, because for you to end on this, you have to over rely on the Liquid Soldier draw 2 discard 1 effect. And if you notice, we drew into the mass change so we can end into the Dark Low, because since we already used the Shadow Mist very early into the combo, we cannot search into the mass change, but we were lucky enough to draw into it, so we can to make a stronger board. So yeah, this is going to be it. I just hope that if you're a hero player now, this open your horizons to different plays that you didn't know that they were possible, and maybe if you give this deck list a try, maybe it will become your favorite way to play heroes, and maybe you could like even improve you maybe improve this deck list and do even better than I'm doing right now. And just to reiterate, don't be afraid to play over 40 cards. I feel like this is a very good version of the deck. It's a very competitive version in my opinion. I have been winning my local tournaments with this deck list. And also gotta say, I've been fighting against several like meta decks, like even like the fucking Snake Eye, like which is currently considered like a tier 1 or even maybe a tier 0 by some people. You can win those kind of games. Obviously, I'm not going to oversell you like this deck is like a meta killer and the next tier 0 or something like that. I'm just telling you that if you want to compete in this meta, Heroes for the first play, like Heroes is a very affordable option, and it's a option that is very capable of just giving your opponent a really like a hard run for its money. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, and I hope that you guys liked it. And if you really like the content that you see, please like, share, and subscribe. But if you are not doing any of that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment, because I always love reading your feedback. So this is Blaster signing out.